Likewise with YouTube, welcome back. Good morning. It's another fine day here in the States, here on the East Coast. In fact, it's 71 degrees and the weather is nice outside. But as we know, no matter how nice the weather is outside, it's always a good time to be inside and inside trading. So, we got a couple of stocks that I'm looking at here. I'm going to write up the watch list and we will get to it. Straight to business. All right, we got WAVD, AHI, which is a familiar stock, IDAI, which I believe was in play yesterday, and as a maybe, I have RBT. I'm gonna check Marcelo's watch list that was out just to see what he has. If I'm missing something, because sometimes I am. Let's see. YELL from yesterday. OCEA, ABVC. Let me take a look at a few of these. ABVC. A big. Hold up. Wait. Is this the right one? No, it's not. This is yesterday's. Where is it? I can't find it. Jeez. Okay. Anyhow. Yeah. Those are the. Let me post it. Let me hit enter here because a lot of. Do you guys ever type something and then not hit enter? Here we go. There it is. I do it all the time, which is not good. Boom, boom. Let's post it here too. Yeah, so I actually had I had Cirque Live today telling me that I'm always coming late to the live stream, and I was telling him, duty calls, as in the bathroom. I don't know what it is, but like I don't think it's nerves. I don't think so. But duty calls, and it's usually calling right around this time, and it's calling right now, but I'm already on the live stream, so uh, hey, I'll have to just suffer through, right? Maybe too much information, but hey, Relentless Trader is the most transparent trader out there. Big Steve, how you doing? Uh, Dash, what's going on? I see you guys. What's up? What's up? Shout out to the moderators, ZC, Brian, Brad. Guys, hit that thumbs up and let's dial in here. So I just posted the list. We'll start off with AHI because I think this one might be my main stock I'm watching. AHI. AHI. IDAI hitting the scans and moving up right now. So some of you guys might be trading that one. So AHI, let's see. Am I on dual screen? No, I'm not. So yeah, there we go. There's the scan right there. But yeah, we'll come back down and go like this. So AHI, we got 457 for highs. The low of the pullback has been around 92, 92, 93 rather, 93 for the low of the pullback. Okay. I had daily levels. Let's see. I mean, my daily chart here. So many candlesticks. And I wonder if this stock had a split. Let me check. AHI. It's possible. Or are we just... Okay, so we had this huge move. I might actually want to get rid of some of these trend lines just to clean things up a little bit. Remove drawing, at least the recent ones, just to make it a little bit more clean. Right, there's a ton of them going back to previous days. Just gonna quickly get rid of a few of them. Have things look a little bit better. Okay, so I have going up 519 and 561. Let's see. I'm gonna try and zoom out, get back to some of these levels. 404. Let's get that off the screen. Thinkorswim, man. Why is Thinkorswim so weird? Anyhow, I'll use E-Trade. AHI, I'll put it over here too. So right now we're curling up, looking at the levels that we're coming into with volume. We have 493 and then 668. I should have just cleared the drawing set, really. You know what? I might still just do that. Yeah, I'll clear everything. I'll get rid of everything. So I'll put the pre-market high again, 57. We had the low of the pullback at 93. And then 493. So as we go up, 493. Yeah, my Thinkorswim charting seems out of whack. I'm not sure why it's like being presented like this. This is, it's not bad to have two brokers sometimes, man. It's not bad. And then 668. Then there's 1040, maybe 896. Some of you guys might watch 896 even, but 1040 for sure. 1040. And I think that's good. 3 levels. 3 levels, not bad. Okay. So that's AHI. If it gets going, can we see 493, break a 5, then 6, and so forth. Moving on, IDAI. IDAI started off yesterday. Our high point was at 168. So not bad, 168 high point yesterday. Today we've continued, we've pushed higher, and we're currently making new highs, or at least recently we did. We had a rejection candle around 78 and 75. So right here, can we hold up 75? High was at 94. So I'd love to see it hold up 75 area, maybe the lowest, 68, yesterday's high. And then can we curl back up eventually? The 200 EMA on this stock is at 386. $386 for the 200 EMA. May 31st, we had a high volume candle with a high of 298. Could maybe be an area of interest. Essentially break of 3. What was that? 298. Looks good. All right. Yeah, so not bad. Higher than that, we rejected the 200 EMA on April 13th. 13 million shares of volume that day at 660. I think that's the last level I'll map out on this stock, 660. And that's a pretty fair target. If this can get to 660, it'd probably be a good day for us. So IDAI, I'll kind of pull it down here. Those are the other 3 levels. And moving on, we have RBT, which this one again is like more so of a maybe. The volume is a little lighter. We had highs at the 175. Low of this pullback. As the timer is going off for screen recording. Low of the pullback around 151. Let's go ahead and make sure that screen recording is enabled. Another beautiful day at last. Sometimes I go to sleep just ready to go. The excitement of showing up once again. It's like this. It's like it never stops. It's almost like I want to choose my words wisely here. It's like this. I don't want to say bottomless pit, All right, this is kind of like a grim way to explain it, but it's like I can never be satisfied showing up here to trade every day, you know? It's like it's always fun and I always want to do it again, you know? Maybe not the best words there, I don't know. But yeah, you guys get what I'm trying to say. So 142 for the 200 EMA. Relentless trader feels good always. And then lastly, we have, so let's see, 142, actually above 142, now that I'm looking at it again. If I zoom out, let's see, do we have any other key levels? I'd say 342. Can we get to 342? Back on October 20th of last year, 19 million shares of volume. 342, good target. From 175 to 342 is a nice range that could give us some opportunities if it gets going. Lastly, we have WAVD. WAVD. Cheaper stock, sub $1. What beautiful move so far, right? High at 78. I might trade this one here, you know, if it's looking good. Maybe there's something here. Low of the last pullback, we've had 59, 58, 58.50. So this is good. A bit of an ABCD here, leading into a new high. It's now flagging. You know, this might just surge into the open, right? Maybe, potentially. Hard to know for sure. So of course, make sure to manage risk, have your stops in place. The 200 EMAs at 72.68. Guys, you have to manage risk. You have to manage risk, you know, and it's good to have a 3 to 1, a 2 to 1, even a 1.5 to 1 ratio at the very least. And what that means is, hey, if you're looking to make 50 cents, you know, have it be so you don't lose more than 25 cents in the trades, right? That way, you know, for every time you're correct, you'll have to lose twice just to be back at zero. You know, nothing here is by luck. Everything, there's a science behind it, right? So you have to make sure you're managing risk accordingly to give yourself a proper chance. You have to be disciplined. You cannot afford to be emotionally hijacked. If you get emotional, you know, you'll be at the mercy of the markets. And as we know, the markets are merciless, all right? So stay disciplined, stay focused. For me, I'm coming in, I want to start off a little slow and try and identify the stock that's going to be the one, you know, as if I'm getting married here. The one, I need the one. I don't care about the rest of the other stocks. I just need the one that's going to be strong. And then I will attack that stock aggressively. So there's 3 seconds to the 2-minute warning. Here we go. Right on time. Yeah, I just need the one stock that's going to be strong. And then from there, we'll hit it. We'll get aggressive. And once we start to pull back, sizing down, because no one knows where the bottom is going to be. I want to size down a little bit, protect myself, manage risk. This is another way of how I manage risk. And then on the consolidation, I have to be careful about over trading. So with that being said, remember our disclaimer that trading is risky, all right? Risky business. Trading, like any other business here in the United States of America, is risky. So do not use money that you do not have. Do not use money that you cannot afford to lose. It's best to use a simulator where you can practice trading the live market with artificial currency, aka paper trading, to build experience and become competent. You don't even have to risk your actual cash. You can learn how to trade in a simulator. If you do want to use actual cash, it is highly recommended to use risk money. Money that if you lose it all right here, right now, it will not affect your lifestyle or your livelihood. All right? Trading is hard. If you're not consistent as a beginner or someone who's been around, if you're not consistent, this is what we recommend. That way you protect yourself. All right? Also, remember to not blindly copy me. Blindly copying me is a recipe for disaster. I cannot be any more blunt and firm about that. It's all about understanding how to trade for yourself, knowing the patterns, you know, having the intuition, the education, the screen time. All right. Lastly, I do not invest money from my subscribers. Be careful of the imposters and impersonators. A lot of fake Relentless Trader accounts. I will never ask you to contact me using WhatsApp or Telegram. Be careful of people also talking about mirror trading. And I will never message you first. All right, so be careful. I do not ask people for money. Do not get yourselves scammed. All right, guys, be careful out there. I don't know which one will be the strong one, but you know, we'll see. We'll know. We will know. IDAI is moving a little bit. I wonder if this is it. High of 88, low of 71. Probably could have given that more of a chance. There's a ton of sellers there. I might want to reduce my size a little bit. Got some big size. Again, you know, we don't need to start too aggressively because sometimes it's difficult to identify which one is the main one, right? So I'll drop down in size for now. There's a seller at 92, 50,000. AHI. The seller's not getting bought up on IDAI. Okay, there we go. I don't know, it's struggling. It's struggling. If it maybe I'll wait for it to get over 2. Another scratch loss. Not more so scratch trade. AHI. Okay. Here, fill. AHI. But you know, it's pretty tricky here. I need to see some separation. Oh, the other one. 205. Jeez. Oh my goodness. 210. Okay. 220. Will we get an entry? Oh my goodness. Jeez Louise. It's pulled back to the pre-market high. Maybe I still size down some more. Seeing a lot of losing trades here so far. There's a big bid. The other one is selling off, so it kind of leaves this one alone as the last one. All right, we're down to scratch trade. So we got a low of 94, high of 20. So big range on this one, right? Huge range. I tried to buy for 2 and it just kept going down. So I lost a couple cents. Needed to be a little bit more patient there. Ay, ay, ay. Man, it's moving pretty good. If you know, for this price range, I'm actually kind of surprised. But it didn't really push through for new highs, 30, 40. So it's not that often you see a stock at this price moving like this. It's actually pretty volatile, right? There's a lot of risk here as well. And we're trying for a new high. There it is, 27. It's not gonna be, it's never easy, but this one particularly is seeming very difficult on the level 2. So I'm thinking if I should just like ease off and just look at the chart. It's just kind of all over the place. So there's a halt at 46 if it gets going. I kind of want to see it. That maybe it provides a good entry. There's 45. There are some big bids, so maybe it does get locked in. Nope. False halt. It's now at 54. Oh, misread. Waiting. 32. Low. A pullback here wouldn't be bad. Well, then it's right back up. 37. This is quite the stock, man. It's not easy to trade on the tape. So, you know what, waiting to see if we get a proper pullback. Ay, ay, ay. Pastor, Pastor. 32. It's looking decent here. It's looking good. I'd expect it to curl back up. I kind of fumbled that trade a little bit. I was getting ready to re-average is what I was getting ready to do. But I should have just given it a chance. Okay, I gotta start getting some winning trades here soon. Because this, as time goes by, the goal here is to get green. So waiting. There might be some scalp opportunities here for high of day, potentially. We'll see. A 30. It's the low. Are these two the only stocks I traded so far? Yeah, okay, not bad. So we got a low of 227 on this candle. A break and reclaim could be pretty good here. Time. There's about a minute. Well, 20 seconds. What's that? 40 seconds? Mm-mm-mm. Candle's about to close. Do they want to fill those shares? If we, I mean, we'll see. Watching it here, let's see how it does. We might need a bigger pullback, but maybe not. It's hard to tell. So we did fill those shares. Surely flirting with the level here. So just waiting patiently. So there's a new low. Come on down, the price is right. Volume is getting crazy high. That's going to be a 2-cent win. Jeez Louise. Or maybe not, I don't know. Volume got high, which is good. Titanic. It's kind of struggling here. I still think it's healthy. I think it looks good, but it's a matter of where's this 5-minute pullback pulling back to. I'll have to take a position, but I'll be patient. I have a target in mind, but we'll see. The 5-minute candlesticks are still looking beautiful. They're looking lovely. I think they might want to fill those shares. I don't know. At 20, there's a bunch of buyers there. We'll see if they want to fill those orders. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. This is one of those stocks where the front side going up was just so difficult for me to trade that I couldn't do anything about it. How are we going to fill these shares? I'll take a small... Oh, jeez. I hate when that happens. I'll take a small position. This fill, man. This price jumps up 4 cents in the moment of me trying to buy there. But whatever, right? Let's see what it does. This is in case it doesn't break down and it just goes back up. Just such a nonsense order. Let's try and wait a little bit more. Waiting. Tight stop. I don't think it should flush down. It could, but if it does, whatever, right? But I don't think it should. So just gonna wait to see if it wants to curl or make the new low. Which one is it gonna be? Talk the Relentless trader nicely here today. Where's the bounce? There needs to be more volume here faster. So right back to the depths of 21. It's a pretty low pullback considering we had 35, right? 22. Like we shouldn't be back here. So I'll wait again. I do like the pullback. So I'll watch it here with some more size. Good fill. Do they want all those shares though? Yes, they do. It looks like they do. Ay, ay, ay. They want every single one of these shares. So I'm gonna wait. There's a chance I miss it though. Right? Right, there's 28. Yeah, there's a chance you miss it when you wait like that. But you know, again, it's like it's me just waiting to see because it looks like they want to fill the shares because you know why we keep coming back down. And if they fill the shares, we probably flush down, right? And then maybe it bounces up if it wants to bounce. So just so tricky to anticipate down there. But is this it? Are we ready to go for a new high? Is this it? Is this the incline? It's now or never. Has to be here. Jeez, I got 37. Go on. Failing. Chart. No shares. You see, I don't like this lingering, like this red candle on the 1 minute, like the size of this candle here is kind of big. So we're back, what's the low? 24. It didn't flush right through. It still looks good on the 5, but you know, it's like if we're bottoming out already, do we need to still come back down again? This is the third time now. So it needs to hold up. Okay, so that's good. I'm just waiting. Come on, where are those bulls? Sleeping. Bulls are sound asleep here. So can we hold up above? I'd love to see it hold up above 24 and then try for 50 into the new 5 minute candle, which will be here in a minute and 15 seconds. Oh, great fill. That was good. Come on. KB, this is it, KB. This is where the bulls have to get the short sellers to panic. That's why I'm using big size, because I'm just waiting for the volume spike. Okay, okay. There's a small seller there, but it bought up most of it. It needs to get going soon, or else it could be a problem. You know, we don't want to linger here for too long. Where are those bulls? Where are those bulls? There they are. 42. Big bids at 30, big bids 50,000 size. So I'm just waiting again. But you know, the steam that we were building to break over 40, 45 is we're kind of losing it as we're coming down. So waiting again. And this buyer's aggressive here. They're adding size back to the order. So the 5 minute candle to make the new highs at 42. I need to see us over 42, and can we see 50 from there? If it breaks below 30, it needs to get back above 30 quick. No lingering. It looks like they want to fill these shares. No, that's not good. Is it gonna fail here? I don't trust this. It didn't even give me a chance to get out break even just now, just right back down. The depths, maybe there's a reclaim. To the depths, to the depths. I can't believe they're letting the short sellers win like that, man. Is this a reclaim? I don't know yet. It's too early, I think. It's not as decisive, but good bottoming wick nevertheless. Okay. Alright, it's not awful. It might curl. It might. I kind of hesitated on that going in, though, which is not good. You know, you want to be decisive. 27, 27, 28. Can we see 29? 29, 30. Okay, this is where the short sellers will be afraid, right here. Because they're expecting this to go all the way down to $2. But yet we're back at 30. So this is where it could get interesting quick. And people can cover. And that can be the extra buying that we need to be over the highs. So I'll be watching here with big size again. But if it flushes down, I'll take the loss. But I think I want some size if we can get over 30. Is there another stock bite that I'm missing? Maybe I am. For those of you on YouTube, be sure to hit the thumbs up. If you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel. It could be a bear flag here that's getting ready to break down as well. So again, be careful. Manage risk accordingly. AHI. Maybe this is one to keep an eye on over VWAP. They gave me the highest fill in the world, man. AHI, guys. Might get halted up, actually. Holy smokes. My ad was into the halt. Not great. Can we get locked in, AHI? Yes, okay, good. Man, they're selling into these halt levels, man. Somebody came with a big 20,000 share bid to save us. Or else it would have been a false halt. There's like 2,000 shares left before it was a false halt. Okay, switching gears to AHI. And I'm gonna be aggressive on this resumption. I'm gonna go 3,000 shares. Store sizing up. Crispy love to give us FOMO, huh? We should delete this message here. Wrong chat, bro. Wrong chat. What developing? What do you mean developing FOMO, man? Nah, I don't feel FOMO, but I know other people can. The last time I felt FOMO was when it was last August. There's a day I'm up like 2,700, 2,500. A great day, one of the best days at that time. And there's a few people in the voice audio. Back then, they used to hang out in the voice a little bit more. And I leave to go to the barber shop. And, I think at the time I had the biggest P&L. I come back, Marcelo up 10K, the other guy that was there up 5K, and he was up 1,000 before. I think Marcelo was up to 1,700 before, so it was like, how did I leave and miss this type of momentum, man? So very disappointing. And it's not like I would have wanted to be like the biggest P&L. It's more like how well could I have done with the momentum that came from the time that I left. That was kind of the thing there that bothered me. WAVD, nice breakout. And it might get halted up here actually. It is. I don't know about that resumption though. It's cheap. I don't know. I could prep an order, but 54 and 56, there's 2 minutes difference, which is good. WAVD halting up at 70, 72 or 74? 74. I saw it early at 64, didn't think it was going to do anything, just kept going. So AHI, can we see a move to the pre-market high at 57, and then our first level will be at 93 on the daily. So 59 and 8 seconds for resumption. 59 and 8 seconds. Nice necklace, I appreciate it. We got 1 minute. 1 minute to go. AURC is also getting halted up. Yeah, it is hitting the halt scans. I'm not watching that one though. 50 went from 40 to like 52. Crazy. But a lot of risk in that type of stock, lighter volume as well. Some of you guys will probably like it. Not my cup of tea. Okay, cutting the chatter. AHI in the next 30 seconds or so. We're currently 334. Can we open up higher and get the dip and rip? 434. What will it be? 10 seconds. Here we go. AHI. Sellers at 50, it would seem. Okay, never mind. It might not give an entry. There are entries, but they're so aggressive. It's not dipping and not going. Yeah. It's some aggressive entries though, so I'll ease off. Maybe we get candlesticks. Maybe I size down too a little bit. such a weird price action again, you know, just like the other one earlier. Yeah, it's not ideal here how it's moving. So what's the other one? Time 11, 11 and 46. It's not ideal on the price on the level two of the stock, but it's moving, right? But you got to understand when it's not like very compatible. It's not. I'd probably lose more money, so I'll ease off there and just watch the other one. Hopefully this one is better. If we get candlesticks and patterns on AHI, I think it'll be better for me. So 51, 11 and 46. So here we're getting a pullback AHI, low so far, 59. This is how I could be able to trade it better. So like we'll see if it, you know, gives more entries. I think this is a much better approach for me rather than trying to trade the price action. But then it's such a big bounce back up. 40 seconds or 30 seconds, I think, for the other one. All right, we might miss a break of 5. Jeez. 10 seconds. 74. Here we go. 3, 2, 78. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Give a dip. Give a dip. Well, there was something there, I guess. Maybe it still holds up as well. 78. Those buyers are getting filled. I need to use more share size. What am I doing here? It's now or never. Struggling a bit. Okay, the other one is break at 5, but oh, okay, good break. Can we hold? Oh my gosh. Yeah, you know what? Why am I touching this stock, right? I already said it. If I touch it, I'm just gonna lose. And there's a $300 loss for me waiting, smiling. Gosh. Well, it was a good attempt though. It's all right. Break of 5. It's just gonna reject miserably. Held up at 0.2 for a couple seconds, or like a second. The moment I buy, I just see 88. They're waiting for me. So yeah, I think we just have to respect the order here. Sometimes you give in to the temptation and you must suffer the consequence. It's part of the deal. Okay, so waiting on something else. I mean, what a day to this point. I mean, we're flat, right? Yeah, you know, all that trading for $81. I mean, geez, it doesn't really feel good. We've traded over 200,000 shares here today, I think, or maybe a little less. So I'm gonna take a starter here. How strong can we be? And my order entry is so small. I can't see what the low was. Uh, my order, I can't even see what the low was. So what was the low? 77. 78, 78, 78, 27, tight stop here. And selling looks like it's still coming in. Well, okay, maybe not. See, once I'm buying, I want to see the green on the tape, but maybe I'm out a little too soon there. Yeah, yep, I definitely was. Okay, so that's on my side. 82. Let's see how well it does here. Can we get back to like 87? And then maybe even higher? What was that? Okay, just waiting. I needed to be in at 77 holding shares. And we botched the trade there. This would be the third time, I think. But we're also seeing another good bottoming wick. So it might mean business. But yeah, if I'm in 77 holding, I don't have to worry about scalping because I'm just holding with a break-even stop or a tight stop. If I'm scalping on the way up, it needs to be going up or else I'll be losing. Right? Man, AHI, just what a stock. $81. Does it need to retest the lows again? 80. It's so hard to hold it knowing I'm not in where I need it to be in. And when it gets ready, it's probably just gonna jump straight to 88. That's what it's been doing. There is some green. Time 07. I gotta sit down. It looks like I'll be here for a while today, right? Maybe till 11:30. What would be good is if this could get up to 96 and get halted again, and then resume above 1. That's where it could really get interesting. For me, if we get above 1. IDAI is inching up. Yeah, let me grab this chair. So we're testing the lows. What a day. I'm stuck on this chair. Why? Okay. Nothing is looking great. Maybe IDAI a little bit. This other one is at 71. AURC. Maybe today's aim should just be a small green day, I think. Get out of here. I'm gonna try and get green $100 and then head out of here. If I can. If not, small red day, whatever. We'll take it. Maybe this one still holds up. This is like the third time we're here. You know, I don't usually like the third time. 5-minute candles do look good, but like we'll need to reclaim this level here. Can we reclaim this level? Just pulling back some more. By the way, in Discord, let me know if that fan noise is bad. If it's like kind of loud, I can take it off. Just let me know. BRSH. How long ago was that? 10:10? Just now. I I don't I don't really, I don't really like the like lighter volume halts like this. I prefer when it's a stock that's moving with volume. I think I'll watch IDAI. So we did held up the VWAP level just now, which is good. 5 days at 250. We're on a flag. Will this stock be the one? So again, unless something like really good happens, my goal right now is just small green. I have to adjust the expectations because I'm mostly green between 9:30 and 10 a.m. and here I am red. So if that's not a sign, then I don't know what is. So I have to respect it. Just have to, manage risk. I think even size down a little bit and just be careful from this point on in. If not, the red day is waiting on me. So there's 32, 34. Are we starting to get another incline here? The level 2 is so funny sometimes. How the sellers come right back in. MEDS, AURC. Maybe I watch this one. We got halted at 12:52, so about a minute ago. How's the volume? Okay, bouncing off the 200, hammer candle on the daily, pre-market high 11.95. Room to, there's room, all right. Let's see. I'd say room to like 14.50, 14.90 if it's like to really get going. So maybe this one can give us some opportunities and then let's try to get out of here. We're just over high of day, which is good. All right. How many shares? $11 stock. Definitely don't want to use 3,000 shares. I am red. It's been a slow day. I think 1,000 shares is fine, nothing more until maybe it, proves it's really strong. And then I can size up. So it's 7, or is it 17? It's 17 and 52 seconds. Days like today, it's just, these days it's just, they are what they are. For me, I just don't want to force it, right? If I can walk away here today down $100, That'll be great. Rather than down 800 like I'm usually ending somehow. Last 2 months, it's like no matter how I try, the red day of like 800 just comes to me. So, I'm actually actively trying not to do that, right? Sometimes you got to be more aware of it and then just put things in place. That's why I'm trying to size down right now and just, if this is a losing trade, I'm gonna drop my size even more and wait till 10:30, 10:40. If nothing, I'm out of here. By the way, YELL, it's hitting the E-Trade scan I see. I do have an E-Trade scan. YELL. The guys over at Momo Pro, I'm waiting for them. I'm still waiting, man, to the point where I'm gonna, let me not say that, but to the point where it's becoming a problem. What we need is to be able to filter for percentage gain on the stream. And these guys are taking forever, dragging their heels. Okay, cutting the chatter. We got about a minute. Doesn't look that good. YELL. So the stocks that we trade will hit the scan. It's just that there's also other stocks that we don't care to see at times. For what we're doing specifically, like I don't need to see the UVXY. You know what I'm saying? So the CEO over there, his name is Brent. Maybe what we'll do, to probably get it done, we probably have to like mass email him or something. 100 people email him at the same time, then he'll realize, holy smokes, let me do this tomorrow, today, right now. So we have 30 seconds plus, about 30 seconds, a little more. We're halted at 1165. Here we go, a couple seconds. Is it a 10-minute? It looks like it's a 10-minute. Okay, we gotta wait some more. Yeah, the YouTube stream wouldn't be able to hear a lot of background noise, but for the people in the Discord, it might still be able to. The OBS software that I'm using through YouTube filters out background noise. Man U moving up a little bit. When Ed signed Ronaldo, that stock was doing really well. Some crazy moves. So 22 and 52 seconds for resumption. IDAI is back down a bit. Let's see how we're doing on some of the other ones. AHI, not great. AURC, big drop off. RBT, not much there. WAVD did curl back up from VWAP. I don't, maybe there's something there on this one. WAVD. I mean, such a low pullback. But, you know, I guess the move was extended going up, so sometimes I guess it's reasonable. 71, we had 68. All the way down to VWAP. IDAI is at 25. MEDS. What will it be in the next 3 minutes? Will I be smiling or will I be smiling and my smile not as wide? Those are the two options. Those are the two options. I'll be smiling regardless, but hopefully it's a great outcome. 22.52. IDAI moving up a little bit. Oh, of course it's going to move up like this on the resumptions coming up. From 28 to 38. Pretty solid move in there. I wonder if it wants to go for the highs right now. Okay, coming back over. 30 seconds to resumption. Back down. 10 seconds to the resumption. We're at 11:65. Here we go. 3, 2. Good resumption. Can we get a dip? Can we get a dip? It's not dipping. I'll take it. A little late there. Let's not lose this money now. Damn, that was late. Do not fail. As long as it doesn't fail here. Alright. Maybe not. It should have bounced there. But it's still holding. We need big bids. Good, but not good. Back to 30. It's a battle here. Tug of war. Which way? Up or down? Up or down? Oh, that spread. That spread was atrocious. Can't do that to us, man. Okay, I'm gonna stop touching it. What was my fill on that last trade just now? 99. Oh my gosh. There's no way I got filled at 99. I bought at 70. I bought at 70. I got filled at 99. I was wondering how my P&L didn't change after the trade. That was a good attempt though. Right there, it needed to keep going to the new halt. It stalled out at the whole dollar. Okay, that's the green that we're looking for. I think we're out of here. Do I dare stick around? And see, here's the thing, right? There's if I stick around, there's always two roads, two forks, all right? If I stick around and I lose money, I have to be completely calm and accepting of that. If I leave right now and something does go crazy and move, I have to be completely accepting and okay with that as well. In which case I can lose money to the markets or potentially make more money, right? It's kind of rare that you sometimes just stay flat. So this is what I'll say to myself. It's been a hard day. It's been a slow day. I think the signs are telling me to leave. That was my initial instincts. So I'm gonna give it a look through, and I think I'm gonna shut it down. 525. I'll take it. I feel like this is the right thing to do, and I'm not gonna force it. I'm not gonna FOMO or greed. It's just the writing is on the wall that it's a slow day. It's time to get out of here. Tomorrow, maybe we get a better day. Hopefully, it'll be a beautiful day, but hopefully it's also a better day. Yeah, I think that's it. So to not give myself a chance, this is what I like to do. I just like to come and hit the X, because if I keep watching, it's like you get enticed. Something will come out of nowhere, and then before you know it, you're trading again, right? So this is a perfect time for a quick Q&A with RT. And I have to remember to actually cut this video and post this for the people who might want to see some of these questions. So for those of you on YouTube watching on, I only do Q&As for MMU members now on the weekends. So today you guys get a special chance to get a free Q&A. So that, this is your chance to ask a profitable trader anything. What sim can I use for trading? I'd recommend DAS Trader, right? DAS Trader, this platform right here. This platform actually has a good simulator. But it will run you about $150 a month, but it's part of the business expense. How long is Code Vegas up for? Right now, for at least 1 month. We'll have it up at least for 1 month. We can talk a little bit about this actually, and I want to make a dedicated video for this. For those of you who don't know, Marcelo and I will be flying out one lucky MMU member to Vegas for free. We'll pay everything. There's a conference called Traders for a Cause, and it's a big conference. Like a lot of the popular YouTube traders, I think like people like Tim Sykes, Humble Trader, I think those type of people are there. So it's gonna be a cool experience. We're gonna check it out. So we're gonna bring along one lucky MMU member, and you have to be a gold member, right? Let me make sure to say that. MMU Gold member, which is the annual subscription, all right? Just to quickly touch on this here before we move forward. Yeah, so for those of you who are already gold members, you'll be entered into the raffle automatically. Everyone else, if you become a member between now and the end of the month, you'll also get a chance to win. For everyone else who do want to use silver, you guys can use code Vegas for 40% off. Yeah, just a quick reminder. I'll make a full video talking about this for the other people who are not aware just yet. But this is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be absolutely nuts. For the people who are silver that wants to transfer over to gold, you guys can message us and we'll set something up. Jeez. Okay, moving on to the next question. RT, have you ever bought the wrong stock with big size? Just did that today, almost got destroyed. Yeah, I've had mistakes where I'm watching at one stock on the level 2 and I click the wrong order entry window. It's a mistake. It happens. Hopefully, whenever it does, it doesn't end our account or something crazy. But it has happened to me at least 5 to 8 times throughout the years. So it's something else to remind ourselves to just be careful of and to watch out for. All right. The monthly recap will be out today. In case anybody's wondering about that, the monthly recap will be out today. Yeah. Moving on to the next question. The best sim is Thinkorswim, better than DAS. The only problem with the Thinkorswim simulator, in fact, that's what I had used a few years ago when I was starting out. But right now we get a lot of complaints that it's pretty laggy and buggy and sometimes slow. So that's kind of like the only issue that I hear. But the Thinkorswim platform does have a beautiful on-demand software that allows you to go back and retrade any trading day. So if you're someone who's using level 2 on Thinkorswim, or you're using the ladder on Thinkorswim, there's not going to be any discrepancies that you'll have to worry about. So you can go back, let's say, to January and retrade a day where you knew that there was some momentum. The key is to not remember everything about how the stock moved, but if you can just vaguely remember, okay, there was some sort of momentum on that day, then you can go back and like retrade that day as if it's a brand new day. And that builds up your screen time twice as fast. So you can trade the first 2 hours today, and then for the next 2 hours go and trade a day from 2 months ago. And you can do this on the weekends, on your free time, and it's like you're trading twice as much as somebody else and learning twice as much. So I'd recommend doing that as well. Big Steve saying 108 likes, what a joke. Guys, we got 350 people here. Yeah, can we get up there to 200 likes? 200 likes. Coming down for some more questions. How are taxes as a single profitable day trader? Well, it depends, right? There's a lot of variables that goes into someone's taxes, right? And you know, I'm realizing more and more I'll have to make videos on taxes. It's kind of like the thing that people avoid, but it seems like there's just more questions coming in from the MMU members and from YouTube. Tax is a little tricky, but okay, here in the United States, there's a couple of factors. First, there's location. Each state will have a different, you know, tax, right? State tax. Sometimes there's what is it, income tax, and then there's a federal tax, right? So each state, it varies. Some states, they don't have the income tax, stuff like that. When you move on from there, you know, are you married? Are you single? Those type of factors. Do you also have W-2 income or other income? Like something 1099s, like if you're doing like Uber and like these other things, like you'll be able to have the ability to write off more if you're trading under an LLC, or if you're not. Like there's variables there. If you're trading under an LLC, you'll be able to write more things off, you know, as expense, depending on how it's categorized and what you do have as expense, equipment, so forth. What else? Wash the wash sale rule. There's a form that you usually have to fill out to kind of get around the wash sale rule, you know, stuff like that. And then lastly, there's your tax bracket. How much did you make? You know, depending on how much you make, you'll be taxed differently. The brokers will send out an email. I can try and find this email and maybe pull it up tomorrow. They send out an email telling you, hey, if you make 50,000, but let's say between 50,000 and 60,000, you'll be taxed this amount. If you make between like 150 and like 200, you'll be taxed this amount. They send out those emails. I tell you guys, you know, like keep an eye out. Maybe you can find it. But yeah, that's like the last factor. So if you make 50,000 versus making 500,000, you're definitely going to be taxed very differently, right? And again, those other factors that we mentioned, and there's even more stuff depending on who you are and what type of assets you have. And I mean, there'll be people that pay nothing, and there'll be people that pay a lot, and then in between, right? How much money on average do beginners lose before becoming profitable? This is a very, let's say, subjective type kind of question. It's hard to answer, hard to quantify. It depends on how much people start off with and how they start off, the education that they start off with. If you're someone coming in and you understand risk and the risk first approach and you're using a simulator or small size risk money, then you're probably not going to lose a terrible amount, right? But if you end up if you end up coming in with, let's say you're someone who's well off financially and you have 500 grand in your bank account or more, whatever you have, like a couple of million, and you say, hey, I'm going to fund my account 200K. You have no idea about trading, you know nothing about trading, chances are the 200K is going to go to zero, right? 9 out of 10 times. So there can be that individual, there can be someone who only has 500 bucks and then they lose 500 bucks. So it's hard to say with accuracy how much people will lose on average. But what we do know is that if you don't have a system, a strategy, or proper risk management, you are more likely to lose. That's the only thing we can say with certainty. Moving on to the next question. Let's see. I am a tax accountant and a trader. Uh, so maybe you can, David, maybe you can, open up a YouTube channel. Actually, it looks like a European name. Yeah, you can open up a YouTube channel one of these days and maybe share some content with us. Maybe, yeah, whatever you can, maybe helps out the community in New York. Do you think a hot market is the best time to size up or just size up or down based on setups? Don Juan. There are some markets that are terrible markets, like, even for me, like just $100 a day would be a great day. I mean, we've experienced that type of stuff before. Skills do play a factor, experience do play a factor. You get better, maybe you can perform better in those markets. But when it comes to size, I'd say as long as the market isn't terribly slow, any day is a good day as long as you're already seeing the consistency. Because remember, more size, if you're already consistent, is going to equate to more green. If you're someone who's already doing 50 bucks a day, if you're to double your size and mentally you treat the trades the same way, you're not worried about and panicking and being afraid, if your emotions stay the same, technically you should start to see your gains increase exponentially to whatever the math would make sense for, right? So I'd say if the market's in a decent place, at least it's something to consider doing right now, right? If you're already consistent. Because even with Thinkorswim, this broker, you guys see me today, like sometimes I'm going up to like 9,000 size. There's other people out here going up to 20,000 size, maybe more. And then there's some really big traders. So the broker, despite not being the best, can still handle some shares, right? There's a guy named Brian Rivera who's, I don't usually call like shout people out like this, but he does tax stuff on YouTube as a day trader. This is how you spell his name. Brian Rivera CPA. This guy right here. You guys can check him out. He has like some good videos on day trading and taxes. He seems like a cool guy. In fact, I think he'll actually be at the conference in Vegas. I believe he was there last year when I checked out their page. Yeah. So let's see. Next question. Moving on. And I can pop the questions up on the screen too. Can I do this? Let's see. Pop chat. Boom, boom, boom. Bam. There we go. If anyone needs help, my guy is trying to get some business. Although maybe this is not the best place to do that, but okay, it's cool. Do you use market or limit orders? I primarily 95% of the times use market orders. Um, unless there's a stock with a huge spread where I just can't, where I'm getting terrible fills, can't get, you know, any good trades. At that point, I just use limit orders. I do have offsets on DAS, but even then, you know, sometimes I don't even use it, right? Depending on the situation. Sometimes I'll use the pure limit orders on TD. It just depends on the stock. Andre is trying to get me to FOMO, man. And man, I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not doing it. Done for the day. Done for the day. Locked in the green, 500 bucks. Whatever happens, happens. Is it IDAI? You see what these guys do to me? Now they're enticing me to come back. It's a 269, it's hitting the scans. Or it was hitting the scans. But this stock was not moving that great. So it's like, you know, what I'm thinking is if I come back, even if I'm green, it's like maybe I make 300 bucks or something. Versus like me being up thousands of dollars, you know? And then there's the risk of losing. I don't think it's worth it on this day with these stocks. The odds are against me. So I'm grateful to be green at all. The FOMO. Yeah, okay. The questions are slowing down. Is there anything else? Maybe some metrics. And again, we can do the monthly recap in a little bit. That'll come out today. There's, of course, the Discord. Let me cut off the screen recording, by the way, or else it'll be unnecessarily long. Guys, be sure to check out the Discord. I don't usually shout out the Discord a lot. Right now we have 3,500 members. Be sure to shout out the Discord. And for those of you who are not familiar with it, this is exactly what it is, right? This is what it's about. We have a ton of people here who are like-minded, who are interested in trading, and you know, there's a ton of call outs. It's a great atmosphere. We do have you know, up here in the MMU chat, I'll go live every day with some screen sharing. Down below from time to time, we do have traders and incredible traders in the Discord. You know, guys such as let me pull it up on YouTube. Guys such as Save MX Trading. There's Crispy Trades. There's Trading with Tim. There's a ton of these guys who are great traders who will sometimes also go live in Discord. You know, doing recaps, talking about their day. And I'll pull up their channels here so you guys can check them out. Of course, Marcelo as well. And so, you know, these guys right here, right? I'll post a link to their channels. So what will happen is that there are days where we'll hang out in these chats, like if we're all having a phone call, and there'll be, you know, good conversations. And we've met some great people. I mean, you know, the list goes on, but you know, just to even name a few, right? There's people like Twin, there's Wrong Bet, you know, pre-market trader, there's and people from all over, right here in the States, the islands, people from Europe. Jeb comes to mind. You know, pre-market trader, you know, a guy from Florida who, you know, shared so much information with us on real estate. You know, he owns like 500 units or something like that, maybe a little bit more. And I mean, just great conversations, you know. I'm more busy these days, or else there would have been more of that. I mean, and I always encourage you guys to do it. Um, there's a ton more people, you know, more recently. We have guys like Rich. I mean, there's so many people, right? I mean, the list could go on and on. You know, we'll come in here, we'll hang out on the weekends, even sometimes, you know, have a good time and chop it up, right? So yeah, check out the Discord. If you're not in the Discord yet, this is how it'll look. This is what you'll see. This is how it'll look if you're not a part of the Discord. You'll see this, and I mentioned this a few weeks ago that I'm gonna bring another tier of subscription. It's gonna be cheaper. The next tier is gonna be cheaper. But there's gonna be less stuff that you can do, of course. But yeah, for the people who cannot afford $14.99, because there's been some people, hey RT, you know, the price is a little stiff for me because I'm trying to save for my PDT account. I did not bring the other tier yet. I decided to wait, but by Monday of this week, I did decide to wait. It's not like I forgot or anything. I actively was, looking at data. But yeah, next next week it'll be up here. So for anybody who's still interested, it'll be 6.99, and you'll have access to most things that you need. Most things, all right? Most things. But yeah, this is what it looks like. The pastor and the community has now become premium. So let me go ahead and share these guys their channels. Mighty Stocks Marcelo, the other mentor at MMU. Where's the chat? There it is. So be sure to check out Marcelo. Be sure to check out Crispy. There's Crispy's channel. Crispy Trades. Crispy Trades. And I hung out with Crispy and his siblings the other day. I mean, what a great bunch of people, right? You can't ask for a better when it comes to family and just the connection and the vibes that I got from these guys. Great stuff, great stuff. So shout out to Crispy Trades, his siblings, very cool people. There's Tim, and then there's Save. Save. Guys, check out Save's channel, man. Save had a $17,000 day. $17,000 day. $17,000 day yesterday, or was it 2 days ago? I think Monday. On Monday. And then lastly, we have Trading with Tim. Tim has recently started using market orders and has went from about $200 a day to like 3K a day. Tim has absolutely been destroying the market. Drew, there's another guy, his name's Andrew, right? He doesn't have YouTube. He doesn't really care about YouTube and stuff, but he is in Discord. So at Calamity, you guys can check him out in there. And he's, I think, the most profitable trader out of all of us. So yeah, be sure to check out these guys. I mean, great guys, right? What else do we have? I think is that it? There's another question. Why am I not trading right now? I'm finished for the day. I'm content with where I am. I feel good about where I am. So that'll do it for me. Not gonna come back. Question about your broker TD Ameritrade. Yeah, ask the question. Juan, take it easy. How's your P&L for the year so far compared to last year? Well, we can look at that right now, actually. So 2022 January. Actually, let's go to compare. There's an actual tab for this. How do you do it? I remember there's a. It's up here. This year, last year versus this year. There we go. Did it not go through? Last year versus this year. Okay, there we go. I clicked on it a little too quickly. So last year, 60K. This year, 98K. Huge difference. And pay attention to our volume, which is the biggest contributing factor right here. And I told myself this year that I need to be at 500,000 shares. I'm nowhere near close. So if I'm at 500,000 shares, I'll more than double the gains that I'm doing now. But the pastor is still not using the size that he needs to. But what I will say is that I have been improving throughout the year. In fact, even down to yesterday at the beginning of this month, 2 days ago, or was it yesterday? I was telling myself, okay, we got to use more share size. It's why I'm also pushing like 4,000 share blocks. It's all mental. It's all mental. I could have already been doing it, but sometimes it's for me, I gotta take my time. So you'll see last month I did 358 on average. The month before that, I'm pretty sure it was less. The month before that, it was 294, and I'm pretty sure it was less before that. May was 256. So you can see this number is like slowly going up. You guys know me, my approach has always just been to be steady. Maybe I need to push myself more mentally, right? Maybe I do, and maybe I can make more money faster. But I've just embraced the way of this. I've embraced the phrase "slowest is the fastest," and just going at my own pace, slowly, not worrying about anybody else, and trying to improve, like that. So the volume has been going up, but I'm not at my goal of 500,000 shares yet. So when I filter, and I filter for like the last week, I think this last week maybe I pushed more size. Let's see. Yeah, like this is the amount of size I need to be at all the time. I'm aware of this stuff, but you can see my accuracy here wasn't that good, so maybe some over trading, right? But yeah, I gotta keep going, slowly over time, slowly over time. Okay, let's see. What do you look for in your trader view metrics? Okay, fair question. When I first log in, first and foremost, I'm looking at the calendar. When I first log in, I'm looking at the calendar. How's my performance throughout the month? Let's look at July, right? How did I do? First thing first, green versus red days. Okay, 4 red days on the month. That's not bad. And believe it or not, I tell myself, if I can have 4 green days a week, because trading is hard. Trading is hard as ever, right? If I can have 4 green days a week and 1 red day, it's not that bad. If you even sometimes 2 red days, right? But I've been trying not to pressure myself to ever force it if I am red and the day is slow, because then that'll result more than likely into a bigger red day, right? But that's the first thing I'm looking at, green versus red. And if I have more red days than usual, the question then becomes, okay, why am I red this much? Is it me or is it the momentum? These are the questions I ask myself. If it's the momentum, do I need to size down? That way, at least if I'm going to be red as the same amount of times next month, the red days be cut in half or just lower. Other than that, if it's myself, where do I need to improve? And that comes down to watching the recording. But from there, I'll then come on over to the detailed section, and then, I'll check, okay, profits on the month. So let's go to July. So we're kind of doing a small monthly recap here in some sense, right? Okay, where are we on the month, right? So this is gross. We're at 25,000 on a month. Average daily gain, okay, coming down, checking volume, average winning trade versus average losing trade. And so you guys know that I try to do a 2-to-1. Can I make 20 cents on average and lose 10 cents on average in terms of just a 2-to-1? Or let's say win 10 cents, lose 5. Win 5 cents, losing about 2.5. We can see that my ratio is not quite a 2-to-1, right? So there are things that still needs to that I need to improve upon. My accuracy as I come down, I'm realizing that I'm winning on about 49-50% of my trades. And this for me is hard. It's like over the years I've been thinking about this, and like, is this just the nature of my strategy, or is there things I can do better? Sometimes I'll see Marcelo at 52. I think Tim did 55 last month. So it tells me, okay, I can be more accurate, and so I think I have to find the details in the recording, right? So this stuff does lead back to the recording. Biggest losses, this is a good reminder. This was that $1,600 loss that I had instantly on that flush down. Just stuff that you can't really, do. But yeah, besides that, you can see other key things like the performance by day, on each day of the week, how are you doing? Some people, they do struggle on Mondays because they're up late on Sunday evening, right? Certain small details you can figure out by watching. You can see where you're performing best. This month I did best between $5 and $10, right, on the price range. Which stocks did I do the best on? You guys, some of you guys are very smart people, right? A lot of you are pretty smart people. Some of you are really good at using Excel. If you are, and you know how to create those good equations and things like that, you might not need a software like this. But for people like me that have no idea how to use Excel, it's not bad, and the information is presented to you in a very digestible way, right? So with that being said, let me find it here. Be sure to check out TraderView. I have some links that you guys can get some discounts. I'll pull it up here in a sec. But yeah, you can see, in terms of the volume on the stock, where you're performing the best. So for me, when a stock is pushing over 25 million shares of volume, this is where I'm doing my best, right? So stocks that are liquid, like I cannot, and you guys will see, I avoid stocks that are halted up with no volume, like 5,000. Like once I see that, I don't even care if to trade it. I need there to be volume, because if people are also looking at what I'm looking at, it's more linear, right? Market behavior, there's some other stuff that I don't really get into too much, but how am I doing relative to how the SPY is doing? If there's huge important economic data, maybe sometimes, but not always. Of course, as we know, the large cap stocks are more closely tied to the SPY. There's your win-loss comparison. This, I mean, geez, on the month we made 75,000 and lost 50,000. So if you're someone new watching on, understand that you will lose money in the market. You cannot avoid it. But this is the roller coaster. Are you willing to make 25,000 in a month? Are you willing to make 25,000 in a month? And if so, are you comfortable losing 50,000, of that money that you've made, the total income? I don't like seeing these metrics, but it's good to see at the same time. I'd love to be able to have this number be as close to zero as possible, and just this side being much higher, but this is reality that we're living in, and we have to accept things for how they are. And so the only thing we can do is try to improve, right? It's like, okay, you know, can we find a way to cut this down and increase on this side? Yeah, but when it comes to TraderView itself is not going to make you profitable. This is just this is more so a depiction of the past, right? Stuff that's already happened. So you still have to go back to your recording and study. And of course, it's not to say that it can't help you, because it can. There's certain indicators and things you can look at and see areas where you're struggling and then look to improve. But you still need to study your screen recording. And I highly recommend you guys record your screen. This also is another way of like trading multiple times in one day, because when I come back and watch this, it's like if I'm trading the day twice. So I'm building experience twice as fast, and I can come back and watch everything that I did today. All the green trades, red trades, everything, right? So yeah, spend some time on that question, but moving on, let's see. Best risk management in the game. The anti-FOMO and patience make you way better to watch than the rest. I've been getting, I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. I've been getting a lot of people telling me that they love how calm I am, and I'm not as antsy and like, aggressive as I'm going. So a lot of people love the commentary. So I appreciate it. Which laptop am I using? Here, I'll post a link. Amazon orders. It's my most recent order here. The MSI 2022. I think there's a 2023 by now, and I believe that's the one Parjan bought. Where's the chat? I believe Parjan bought this one, but there's a 2023. I have a brother that's like pretty big on tech. He told me to avoid the 12th generation. So get the newer model to this one, which is 2023, which is the 13 gen. If you can do above 30, if you can do 32 gigabytes of RAM, great. If not, 16. 8, I don't know if 8 works well. 16 definitely. 32, and then if you go all out, then 64 gigabytes of RAM. But there are other laptops out there for sure. But this is the one that I have. On the trip, it did freeze on me, which is terrible actually. It froze on me once. So when I travel again, I'm probably gonna not stream to Twitch and Facebook. I'm gonna make sure not to have as many browsing stuff open to. I mean, it's not good. I do a lot of stuff when it comes to the streaming. So, and speaking of trader view links, there we go. Finally, the Nightbot coming alive. So if you want a little bit of a discount, if you're using this software here, use these coupon codes here, whichever one is more, relative for you, right? Check them out. If you're going to be tracking your metrics, you might as well be doing it with a discount. Besides that, Mac for trading, is that a MacBook Pro, I'm guessing? There's some other questions that I missed. We'll go for another 5-10 minutes. I use a margin account. Did you see Farmer's up 5K so far? So nicely done for Farmer. Big shout out. Can you say what platform you use to get in and out so fast with so many shares? I use TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Best risk management. Let's see. What are you using for halt levels? Das Trader Pro, the level 2 has halt levels built in. Best commentary in the game, baby. I think we might have gotten most of everything. When I started, I was losing. I learned strategies, tried them, still losing. I don't know what I am doing wrong. It's getting me crazy. What should I do? What strategies did you learn, and who did you learn them from? That's the question that I have. What strategies are you trading, and who did you learn them from? Yeah, a professional trader has a license. I am a informal trader, I guess, or non-professional trader. But I try to trade like the pros. Seen that short video. Can you guys believe that short video? My TikTok account might get banned. I mean, at this point, I don't even care. But my TikTok, they're threatening to ban my TikTok account, and that short video that I posted yesterday was a video that got flagged. I mean, I don't even know what to say. It's me saying how I did on the month, and then I showed my trader view calendar, and then I gave some motivational speech at the end talking about being consistent, showing up every day. Apparently, that's like I don't know. I don't know what their guidelines are, but I post the same videos to all my social media, but the videos are getting flagged on TikTok. So I don't know if they're being reported or if they're coming off in a bad way. I don't know. Um, I don't know if the account gets banned, then that's why. At least you guys know. When you go back and look at your recording, what do you look for when you review your trades? So for the most part, I'm watching the level 2, and I'm watching price action, and it comes down to the patterns as well. Okay, I'll look at the chart. It is important to say that the charting does come first, and then the level 2. But I'll be watching, right? And I'm looking to see small mistakes that I made, either hesitation, selling too soon, holding a loser too long, like watching back and recognizing and understanding when the price action is looking a particular way, the response that I should have, and then the next day trying to apply that. Okay, I realized in a certain situation when there's a lot of buying coming in, I'm selling too soon. So the next day, I try to give that same type of like scenario more of a chance because the history is repeating itself. And in doing so, you can become a little bit more consistent. Watching back, I see certain areas, and then I realize, Relentless, that was actually a good place to buy. You didn't need to hesitate. You could have just, got long, have your tight risk, and see what the stock kind of, was going to do for you. So things like that. Things like that. The small things, right? So a lot of small things. I think that might be it. Yeah, I think that might be it. Or did that person give the follow-up? I believe the name was No Way. Yeah, No Way. If you're still around, be sure to give us the follow-up. Who did you learn from and what strategies did you learn? Been watching for a few years. We use completely different trading strategy, but my risk management is way better now watching how you manage your risk. Yeah, and this is another thing, right? I think like half the people watching do not trade how I trade. Some of you guys are trading options, some of you guys are trading large caps. Some people are kind of just here for the sense of community. But the main thing is, you know, from each other, from the people producing content, just take whatever applies to you in your situation that could potentially help you out and make you better. So, you know, if you're using a strategy that already works well, you don't have to stop what you're doing to do what I'm doing, right? And try to trade this way. It's a matter of just, hey, you know what? This way of risk management or this way of doing this could be something that could benefit me myself. So then you just take whatever is good, you know, and we all can improve in that way. Yeah, I think that might do it. So for everyone else who are going, for those of you who are going the distance, right? You know, remember to trade smart, trade the setups, be patient, be diligent, and you know, wait for the best opportunities. For everyone shutting it down now, I hope you guys already had a good day. And for those of you in MMU, likewise, we still have a few people listening in. I hope you guys also did pretty well. You know, take care, stay safe, stay green. I'll upload to the website. That way you guys can review today's footage. And then we'll be back tomorrow for another beautiful day in the markets. All right, guys. Stay safe, stay green. Pastor is heading out. Hit that thumbs up on the way out. And I'll catch you guys later.